know the deal. Chillin' with the SmokeFellas, and yeah, we keep it real. Lucky Lefty, Ben, and KDL. Sit down for lady talk with Smoke and Joe as well. Sit down and watch the shop talk. Sit down and come to shop talk. Go ahead, puff the cigars up. You ain't ready for us. Come enjoy the shop talk.
Yo, what's up? This is your boy, Mr. Smokefella in the house. We are back. Humidor Sports Podcast, coming straight from SportsZone Chicago. Download the app. You can get it from the iTunes store. You can get it from Google Play Store, or you can get it from the Amazon store. Make sure you download it so you can follow us and the rest of the team. So, this week, we about to take that train ride as we usually do. Like I said, I'm your boy, Mr. Smokefella in the house. Right now, I am smoking on a Timeless Supreme. I want to give a shout out to Keita Joyce. This is one of my birthday sticks when we was in Indiana back in June. Appreciate the love. So, as you can see, I'm going to move the camera so you can see that 89. Yeah, Big Mike Victor. I'm rocking Bears today because NFL is in the house now. I got my panel out there. I'm coming to my panel. We about to get it in. So first up, my man, Lucky Havana, a.k.a. Lucky Lefty, a.k.a. is 5 o'clock somewhere. What's up, my brother?
All of the above. What's going on, man? Thank you all for tuning in again. You already know what it is. 5 o'clock somewhere. We starting it off already. And today I'm going to be smoking this La Gloria Esteli. Some really pretty smooth stick, man. Let's get it. Let's get started.
And this right here is for you. Yeah, I got my Bears glass out, man. It's 5 o'clock somewhere, and I'm drinking on an old fashioned, getting it in.
Oh,
Let's go.
Let's go.
And out there, the Tony Montoya. Yes, I got on Bears stuff. I'm a diehard fan, boy. So go get you some.
Oh yeah, I got a little holy water in here too.
Little holy water.
Little holy water.
Hey. Amen. Amen.
Bless the ratchet.
Now, this is my brother straight from the land called Harvey. KDL 13.
That's KDL 33 to you, man. And secondly, the fact that you will wear Mike Dicker gear for the first weekend of the Bears season means y'all don't have a bad year. It's dust. But don't worry about it. I'm not smoking this right now, but I will be later. Asylum 13, y'all already know the business. Drinking on a little tequila in honor of college football starting today, as well as NFL tomorrow. Let's go, baby.
What's football left of college football? College football. It is what it is. Now, this is our resident hype man. This is my man, PG69. He is the Humidor Sports Podcast resident hype man. What's up with you today, boy?
Oh, what's up, fellas? I'm smoking on this LFD Lennox. Great smoke. I'm starting off a little light with this here, but it don't make no difference because I got this hot octane Knob Creek 120. Let's go, baby.
PG.
See?
Hey,
it's a little early though, but slow down.
Before we get started, I got some props today, baby.
Oh, wow.
I got props today, baby.
Wow. The props out.
Celtics win, baby.
Yes, I got a gin infused acid for you, brother.
No,
wait.
I got a Tatiana.
Your props don't pan out for me because I didn't take that stupid bet.
You didn't.
Well, it was game 7. It wasn't stupid. It was game 7. Now, come on now.
Well, y'all started this game 1, so it was stupid.
We wasn't too far off.
So let's get this train going, man. I want to put some smoke in the air for NCAA college football senior defensive lineman Jermaine Stevens. He passes away from COVID-19 at the age of 20. He's at Division II, California University of Pennsylvania, man. So I want everybody today to put some smoke in your ear, you know, it's tragic loss at the age of 20, you know, from the sports world. And that's rough out there.
Yeah.
So we'll put some smoke in the air for him.
Yeah, I agree, man. That was terrible.
Definitely.
And then
Now,
they don't.
Prayers up to the families, man.
Yeah.
Now, also want to give a special, put some smoke in the air to Dak Prescott. You know, my man came out and, you know, opened up about his battle with depression. You know, PG, when it came out, you hit me right away on that, man.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so I'll let you tell the story, the background to it. And then Lefty, I'm going to come to you on the special part of this too. So go ahead, PG.
So I called Dak on ESPN, man, and he
Your mic is out.
Your mic went out.
my mic out.
There you go. You back.
There you go.
Good now.
You back.
All right, I'm back.
Mhm.
All right. So he was on ESPN and they was doing an interview with him, and he opened up about how he was dealing with some mental health issues. And it all stemmed from when his brother committed suicide. He said ever since his brother committed suicide that he was dealing with a lot of mental health issues, and he actually had to go and seek some help. Not like a couple of other players like Paul George. He said he was dealing with something. He had to go get some help. He said he had to get some serious help. And then in the background, Stephen A. Smith came on, and Stephen A. Smith, he expressed how several years ago when his mom died during the playoffs in 2017, he said he was dealing with mental health. He got to the point where he didn't care if he lived or died, and he still was able to go out there performing in front of the camera. But in the inside, he was hurting. He was hurting really bad. We all know that this mental health thing is a big problem, but it's really a problem when it comes to Black men. A lot of times we don't want to speak up. We don't want to say nothing because we're scared and we don't want our pride to be hurt. But listening to them, man, I urge anybody listening to our podcast today, if you have any issues with mental health, reach out, talk to a friend, call a buddy, call anybody, say something. Say something.
So now on the flip side, we going from put some smoke in it to the Smokefella finger. And I'm going to let my man, Lucky Lefty, speak on this because he hit me right away on this. So we get a Smokefella finger to who? Lefty?
Mr. Skip Bayless from FS1, from the show Undisputed on Fox Sports. Fox Sports 1 comes on daily throughout the week. Skip actually opened up his big ass mouth, and I understand why Charles Barkley can't stand him. I actually don't like him either. But I mean, he really put his foot in his mouth this time, pretty much telling Dak to toughen up. He's the Cowboys quarterback. He's a quarterback of America's team. So then he turns right back around after they start catching flack on Twitter and all that. And FS1 decides to give him they didn't suspend him. They didn't fire him or anything like that. What they did was, you know, they had him come on and make a public service announcement and put up all this depression. Skip Bayless, you're an asshole. Just flat out. Let's not even go there. You know, and I'm not gonna be a hypocrite. We kind of cracked on Paul George, you know, when he had this thing going on, but he doesn't. From what we saw with Paul George, he was playing bad. No excuses though, because none of this is to be joked about. Mental illness is mental illness. Paul George was playing bad, and then he came around and saved the press from being in the bubble. But Dak Prescott actually lost his brother. His brother committed suicide. And for you to be that insensitive and turn around and say the things that you said on air and suffer no consequences was ridiculous to me. So yeah, Skip Bayless, you get the Smokefella finger continuously. All I gotta say.
And you know, I mean, Lefty, you pretty much said it all. You know, I don't think anybody on the panel disagrees with you or anything like that. KDL, did you want to speak on it, or we just gonna let Lefty make his statement and we roll on?
I saw the clip, man, and what they should have did is immediately go on the break. What they really should have did is immediately go on the break. Shannon should have jumped in his ass They should have came right back off break, and he should have apologized. That should have happened right then and there. Should not have been a day. Shouldn't have been a Twitter blow up or nothing. If somebody tells you that they just lost their brother to suicide out of nowhere, that was his big brother. Then his big brother was the caretaker to his mom that passed a couple years ago. So now he lost both of them, right? He didn't have to necessarily, I don't know who that is. He didn't necessarily have to open up to that, but he did, right? He's telling you, hey, man, I went through something. You know, mental health, like y'all say, is real. He was having a real moment that he really didn't have to tell nobody, but he did. And for you to have, like Lucky say, no sensitivity about it, toughen up because he's on your team, the Dallas Cowboys, who ain't going no damn way anyway. It was very insensitive. They should have immediately went to break. Whoever the producer was, they should have immediately gotten his ear. They should have went to break. They should have came back. They should have made him apologize. Not because it's a Dallas Cowboy, because that's a human damn being. This ain't the time for that, man. Rooting for your team. Toughen up. You wouldn't have said that about Tony Romo, and we know you would. So stop it, man. That wasn't right, man. That wasn't right at all. Shannon should have checked him right then and there.
Where we at?
Where Ben at?
I'm sorry. My mic was on mute. PG, you got any thoughts, comments?
No, I think those two. I think Lucky and KDL pretty much summed it up. But I do want to know one thing. I want to know which one of y'all got a bell that sound like a church bell on Sunday morning.
Gotta be careful.
That wasn't me. No, that was not me.
That wasn't you. That wasn't me.
No. Wasn't me.
I thought y'all was sitting in the Catholic Church pew right then and there when they were doing that.
Was not me, brother.
Ben don't want to say nothing, but it was him.
It was him. That's why his mic went off.
That's why he said
that was me, man. I had to put the mic off, man. FedEx is delivering the package, man, and that's the bell for the lab.
Dude, that's straight up Holy Cathedral bell.
Hey, you're gonna hear it, and it's gonna get your attention. So go ahead, get your jokes, key. Ha, because Lefty, you up there keying a whole lot right now.
Facts. Those are facts.
So we're going to get into smoking ash, man, and keep this train rolling, man. This past week, the Braves played the Marlins. And as you all know, I've been calling the Marlins the bad fish. Bad fish Marlins. Okay. The Braves beat them 29-9. I repeat. 29-9. So this has not happened since the 1900s, where the Texas Rangers had 30 runs on the Baltimore Orioles. So the bad fish Marlins should have opted out of 2020 season. Smoke or ash? I'll go with you, KDL.
I'm gonna smoke to the bad fish being put out of baseball this year. First of all, y'all started the coronavirus for teams, and they couldn't get a full season in because every time y'all was on the schedule, they couldn't play y'all because y'all whole team had corona. That's number one. So they kicked that off. Then to go out and give up 29 runs in the professional baseball game in a 9-inning game. It wasn't even no overtime or none of that. That's the equivalent of somebody scoring 160 points in basketball in 4 quarters with no overtime. Like that's really what the equivalent is. So 29 runs in a professional baseball game. It's just flat out embarrassing. And this is Jerry Jeter's team, right?
Yep, Derek Jeter.
Since he's been the owner, or since he's been the top head of the figure on it, you notice the luck they've been having since he's put his name on this, man? Or is it just me?
Hey, he used all his luck up when he was playing.
Yeah, he's a Hall of Fame, the bad baseball player. But there's a lot of stuff been going wrong since his head been on here. I'm just saying.
Lefty, what you got for the bad fish? You smoking or ashing it?
I'm not going. Well, I'm gonna ask him opting out the season. Somebody got to be the team everybody beat up on, so it might as well be them.
Come on, man.
The other side of it is, should no team full of grown-ass men lose by 20 in professional baseball? This is not Little League, Pee Wee, none of that. And if you grown and get slaughter ruled, you should definitely be kicked out the sport. That is ridiculous. 29 runs. What was they pitching? Underhand?
Hey,
what was going on? I mean, the manager, everybody should be fired. That's just
Lefty.
completely embarrassed. Yeah.
Hey, Lefty. I'm gonna hit somebody and we gonna fight.
Right. Something gotta happen.
We fighting in that game.
You is not finna just keep scoring on me like that. I'm tripping somebody coming around the base, third base or something, man. Something gotta happen. No, that's completely embarrassing, man. I don't know what to I don't even know what to say, man. As far as Jeter, hey, Jeter was my man when he's playing. Plus, he had a hell of a resume with the ladies. So I ain't mad at Jeter for it, man. The team is sorry. The team is just sorry. He may get it back together. And I like what was that John Paul said. Jeter and Jordan as owners. 2 of the worst owners in the sport. Those are facts.
God. Those are facts, man.
Those are facts.
PG, bring it home.
Man, I'm lucky. I'm asked to them not being out for the whole opting out for the season. Dude, just think about it. If they'd opt out for the season, we wouldn't have that subject to talk about right now. So I'm glad they stayed into the season.
It wouldn't be no bad fish.
Right. We wouldn't have no bad fish. We wouldn't be able to talk about no corona. And we wouldn't have to talk about this game where they actually got slaughtered, like Damani say, slaughter rule. By the time we got to the 5th inning, I don't know what the score was, but somebody would have got hit with 105 speed pitch, and we'd have just cleared the bench. Get this over with. We ain't gonna play no more. We even wasted our time. We spent 3 hours on this field to get beat like this. I quit. Take my gloves. I quit.
I'm telling you, it would have been a fight.
Hey, I bet everybody in the outfield was praying for rain. When you sitting in the field, they constantly scoring runs.
Wait.
Like, please rain. Please rain.
Can you imagine if fans was there and this happened?
Oh my God.
Oh my God, man.
How long was the game? 5 hours?
It had to be.
That had to be a long ass game, man. 29 runs in 9 innings.
Well, listen.
Bro, they was averaging 5-6 runs an inning.
How many pitches did they go through?
Several of those innings went 45 minutes.
hey, you ever played Piggy and the person batting couldn't hit you was standing out in the field for like an hour?
And only people on the infield was getting the ball because they can't catch it.
Only the pitcher and the batter were the ones hitting it to each other.
Right.
That's what they was on.
That's crazy.
All right, man. We're going to continue. Jumping to the front of the line. KDL, I know this right here, I put this on there for you because I know you're going to go in. So I'm going to come to you first, all right? Jumping the line. Steve Nash admits benefiting from white privilege. He admits it. He was selected as the new head coach of the Brooklyn Nets. He discussed this issue at his first virtual press conference. And then he did come back and say he stated that more diversity is needed in the NBA as well as the other leagues because he spent so many years playing in the league. He admitted to it. He said he's seen it over the course of his time of playing. Smoker Ash, do you believe him? KDL.
I'm going to smoke to it because I do believe him. He was honest about it. And I respect the fact that he was honest about it because he knows what's going on, right? Now, he's not the first person to do it. He's just the latest person to do it at a time where everything is preaching Black Lives Matter. You got black coaches getting fired during the pandemic. You got black coaches like Sam Cassell, coaches like that and paid their dues that's been on the bench. They're trying to do it the right way, meaning they stop playing, they go the assistant route, they build their resumes up so that when coaching vacancies come open, they'd have a shot. Steve Nash has not coached nothing. He was a great player, 2-time MVP, even though I think one of them, Shaquille O'Neal should have.
You mean Kobe?
Kobe should have, but he was a great player. Now, in his defense, he said, I've basically ran NBA squads for 2 decades as a point guard. Great mind, but he's never coached. He's never sat on anyone's bench. So for him to jump in and coach 2 superstars, I didn't think that was right. Stephen A. went about it, and I didn't think that was right. When your Nate McMillans and your Gentrys are getting fired, and your Sam Cassells, your Mark Jacksons, your, the blacks that's on the bench, biding time, thinking they're doing it the right way, paying their dues, and not even mentioned. And apparently they were never considered. So I respect Steve Nash for admitting it and owning up to it and saying there needs to be more diversity. I respect that. This is not a shot at Steve Nash. This is not Steve Nash's fault. He's just in a time, it just came about in a time where, it's just not the right time to have that happen. You know what I mean? Like that was my whole point on it. That was my whole point on it. It's not, it's like I say, it's not a shot at Steve Nash. It's not even Steve Nash's fault. But I just didn't think it was right at the time. I respect Steve Nash and him owning up to it though.
PG, you got a prop for this?
No, I ain't got no prop for this one, man. But I'm gonna smoke to it because when you listen to it, he seemed very sincere. We know the man got 2 MVPs. 7-8-time All-Star, been in the league 17, 18 years. So we know he has a wealth of knowledge when it comes to the game of basketball. Great leader on the floor. But like Kevin said, the man's never been on nobody's bench. He's been on the backside with the Warriors, working out with the players. What extent that goes, I don't know. Him and Kevin Durant has a great friendship. I like the fact that he acknowledged that he called the owner. He called the GM and asked him to put his name in the hat. He said once he asked to put his name in the hat, that's where the discussion went from there. He said he just took a risk. He's like, you know what? I'm just going to put my name in the hat. But he did speak that he said there's a lot of other coaches out here that's grinding, trying to get a job. So no, he said, I shouldn't have been at the first, at the beginning of the thing. So of course I feel like it was me being white that I was the one to get this job because of that. So I'm with Kev. I really appreciate him coming out and saying that and how he supports the change. But it's really too late now. You know what I'm saying? You got the job, bro. You got to deal with it now.
Lefty, bring it home.
No, I'm ashing. Steve Nash can go to hell. Ain't nothing genuine about that. How you gonna do? Why take the damn job then? Why would you take the job and then come on and say, "Oh, y'all benefited from white privilege"? That's like getting away with murder and then starting a damn a non-for-profit to stop the killing. Get out of here, man. No. He shouldn't have came out and said anything. Just take the job. I think he just got the pressure. He pulled a KD. The pressure of, social media, and you have the Stephen A. Smiths and the Barclays and all of them that came down on him about it. To me, that was just plain stupid. Now, I'm not saying he lied by any means. He's not lying. You definitely need something needs to be done. But for him to take the job and then come out and say I benefit from white privilege, go to hell. I'm ashing him. No. And Durant and Kyrie, goofy ass, I'm sick of them too. Because you're gonna get the brother fired who really didn't deserve to be fired, and then you never even got a chance to play with him. You didn't even KD never got on the got to play with him anything, and you get the brother fired, but you okay with Steve Nash just jumping over everybody and taking the job? Hell no! I hope Brooklyn lose every damn game this year.
Hey,
I agree with him on that. As far as KD,
hold on, KD. Is anybody in the house with you, Lefty?
Mm-hmm.
Somebody need to put a cold towel on your neck because you just snapped off.
Man, that's ridiculous, man.
You just went off.
How you gonna take the job and be like, I benefited from white privilege? Sit your goofy ass down, man.
I'm not sure if it's the lightning in your house or what, but you look like you turned red.
Damn.
You so
pissed. It may be this holy water.
Hey, real quick, I agree with Lefty on this. Kevin Durant, what Brooklyn is doing is letting Kevin Durant and Kyrie dictate where they're going here, right?
Yep.
We spoke on this earlier, a couple shows earlier. I hope they don't, number one, dictate the coach, which they did. Wasn't a brother, by the way. 2 brothers, wasn't a brother coach. It's neither here nor there. Then they're going to come in gunning, which is going to mess up the team chemistry. That's a scrapping team. Dinwiddie, all them, Like they've been balling the last couple years, bro. Now, yeah, Kyrie and them will put them on the hump, but I think they're gonna come in and be divas. You can already see it developing right now. They're gonna come in and be divas.
They were responding to Vaughn.
Yes,
did
they
a
were.
great job
They were
last
playing
year
hard.
to have no superstars on that team, a bunch of no names, and for them to go just to even make the playoffs. And then here come crybaby Durant and weird ass Kyrie. Don't even want to play for the man. It's different if KD actually played for him and he saw something he didn't like. He didn't even get a chance to coach him, man. That's BS. But you okay with Steve Nash getting the job? The dude that benefit from white privilege. Get the hell out of here, man.
Kyrie played a couple games, but he ain't,
I'm gonna throw this one in. Daniel House Jr. from the Rockets.
Yes, sir.
Get tossed from the bubble.
My man.
He's tossed from the bubble. Are you smoking to it or you ashing it? Should he have been tossed from the bubble? PG.
I'm ashing to it, man. I'm ashing to it. And the reason I'm ashing to it because he didn't put nobody in danger because it was a tester. He hooked up with a female tester that's inside the bubble with him. So she administering the test. So everybody is negative. We know they negative. She ain't went nowhere. He ain't went nowhere. So they get mad and say he violated because she was in his room. Man, he ain't go get no chicken wings. He stayed where he's supposed to stay. He didn't go get chicken wings. I'm asking to that, man.
Lefty. What's up, Lefty?
Hell no, he shouldn't have got kicked out the bubble, man.
Right.
Well, really, because he didn't go outside the bubble. So that's just like PG said, he didn't go outside the bubble. Now he got his little thing on with the COVID tester. I don't know why he did that and got caught, but I'm pretty sure somebody tricked on him. But regardless, no, I don't think he should have been put out the bubble. I don't understand why they tried to make an example out the guy. It wasn't like he's not a big name, but he is a kind of up and coming player. D'Antoni spoke very highly of him. But no, to put him out the bubble for that, I mean, he cheated on his wife. I know if y'all read this morning, his wife deleted all his pictures off her Instagram and everything. So, dear Daniel House, I hope you're saving up that little NBA money you're getting because divorce is expensive, and it's about to go down. I hope that the little tester was worth it.
Well, I hope he kept her if she was, because he gonna need her.
All right, KDL.
Wow.
Our resident playboy. What you got to say?
Let me tell you, man, if I can add to this twice, I would. That's number one. The man should not have been thrown out. You gonna throw the man out the bubble, man? Because look here, if you ain't had relations in at least 3 going on 4 months, and you keep taking the test they get tested every day. You get tested, and the little tester, y'all built a little 3-month little relationship, attraction, infatuation, and she want to come visit you in your room. I don't see nothing wrong. Now, we don't know exactly what happened. We can assume. But the man can't have company in his room. PG, he did not go outside the bubble. He didn't go get food or order food, none of that. He was in the confines of his own room. So the tester went and he didn't drag her in there. Now, my question is, who told him? Let's get to the real point. I guarantee you the tester ain't say nothing.
That's that hotline.
That's that anonymous hotline.
So you do understand. You do understand. You do understand that it's somebody that was trying to get with her that she said no to.
Yep.
That snitched.
Whoever that 12th player is on the Lakers team, he told.
It probably was Dwight Howard. Dwight Howard been saying people been tricking on him with the man. It probably was Dwight Howard.
Did he just say it was Dwight Howard, man?
Come on,
man.
It
probably was Dwight Howard.
Or it could have been a tester that didn't get chose. Females hate too.
True. But you know what?
She might not have got chose.
Caruso looked like a snitch.
Did you see what?
Hey, man, back up.
Hey,
Caruso,
Gandy
my man, back up.
Gandy watching. Gandy said LeBron told on him.
Well, LeBron down there with his wife, he good.
Right.
Hey, I will say this, Daniel House, you getting a lot of love on the show. Everybody that's commenting and saying that you should not have been kicked out the bubble, man. So, hey, sorry, bruh. But like Lefty said, get your financing in order because when you get home,
good luck.
It's going to be trouble.
Good luck.
Hey, man, but let me ask y'all this, though. I didn't know Daniel House was married, number one. But number two,
either.
How come everybody else wife down there and his wife is not in the
obviously he forgot he was married. So, goodbye.
Hey, man, he wanted to have his test in his room. Like, hey, come on, man. Leave the man alone, man. I'm glad gonna throw the man out the bubble.
I'm glad to know Gandy watching. I'm glad to know he watched. The props are back.
This dude got props today.
They back.
Hey, Brandon said Jimmy Butler snitched. He said that dude ain't focused.
Maybe Jimmy could get a test in his room if he cut his damn hair.
Well, you know what?
That man looked homeless.
If he was on Miami team, I would agree with him. Jimmy Butler with a trick. Or Jimmy Butler say this is a business trip. This ain't about no hanging out with the family. This is business. Jimmy like, hey man, he had old girl in his room.
Okay, now see, faithful listener, Cockburn would have gotten kicked out the bubble. Now I didn't bring Cockburn up, man.
Come on, man.
I'm staying away from 2 weeks,
man.
I'm staying away from that.
Come on, man. See, there y'all go, man. Y'all just determined. Y'all determined.
But Cockburn would have been getting tested. Makes
regularly.
Sense? Makes sense? Make a little sense.
It would stand the reason if he had a tester in his room.
Right, man. We're gonna keep this. We're gonna keep it going, man. But y'all cats, man. Hey, it's 5 o'clock somewhere. That's all I got to say.
Hey,
the Denver Turnpike. When I say the Denver Turnpike, I'm talking about Michael Porter Jr. It is known in the bubble by coaches and players. He does not play defense. He is like a matador. So when he comes in the game, whoever he's guarding, he raising his hand. It's on me. Call my play coach. Smoker Ash, all former players on this team, on this panel, is that disrespectful? Because remember, y'all in the bubble. Y'all in the bubble.
You ain't gotta be in the bubble, bro. You could be on the playground. That's disrespectful.
Let's go, PG.
Hey. Man, listen. As being a player, you always want to be known as a player. Definitely your skill level. Hey, man, this dude can ball. He hoop. He can make scores. But you also want to be known as that defensive player. You don't want nobody scoring on you just as much as you scoring on them. You negate the whole thing. If he'd played with me and Cal and he wouldn't have been playing no defense, dude, we need somebody here to play defense. This dude just ain't doing it for us. The man, he don't fight through screens. None. And it's like he got 2 left feet. No shot at you or nothing like that, Lefty. But the man got 2 left feet. He can't even move side to side, dude. He has no range of motion, period. He sucks.
Now he got that game. He hit that bucket last night. Or else that was his only bucket last night. He was like, what, 1 for 8, something like that? KDL, speak on it, man.
I disagree with Pat. The only part I agree with is if he was playing with us and he wasn't playing no defense, you're right, we would have subbed him out. Other than that, this is not disrespectful. If you don't play defense and everybody knows it and they come at you every game and you don't do nothing about it, that's not disrespectful. It's disrespectful to the point. And here's the disrespectful part, that you don't man up and stop somebody. You don't man up and get that image away from you by D'ing up, foul somebody, get a steal or 2, block somebody out, do something to show you're not a mandador. Like, hey, go ahead, bro. It's all good because I'm going to get the ball on the other end. Now, his offensive game is tight. The boy can score. He like, what, 6'10"?
Yeah, he's 6'10".
He can shoot. The boy can. He's on the offensive end. He's a bad boy. Now, last night, that wasn't even a play. He just rose up and shot it for God knows why. Like, they were running a play. He caught it. He looked and just jumped up and shot it. Like, I don't know what that was.
Hey, he got his Brandon Ingram on.
Yeah, dude, he just jumped up and shot it. But dude, if everybody know you don't play defense, like James Harden a couple years ago, James Harden has improved. But everybody knew James Harden didn't play this, so they just went at him. You know, you can't stop him. You just go at him.
Lefty,
So,
you look like you chomping at the bit over there. What's up? Bring it home for us.
You know what, man? I'm gonna ask you to be disrespectful. The Clippers are doing what I think anybody would do. Makes sense. The man don't play defense, and the bottom line is, he lazy. He's lazy on the defensive end. Defense is about effort. It's really not no special skill set to defense. Maybe blocking shots, but moving your feet. Like, man, you coordinated enough to move your feet, or at least try to stay in front of somebody. It's just plain lazy. So if he's gonna be lazy, man, if you're on the opposite team, you don't go at that dude, then your coach should be fired, because it is what it is. But like I said, man, he just flat out lazy. Maybe it's the light skinned Drake looking thing that he got going on and make him don't want to play hard. But he always looked like he too cool to me. You know, like he looked like if he sweat, it's gonna bother him or something. Like I don't see the effort out of him at all. So yeah, he just lazy, man. I mean, he got skills. He got skills, but he just lazy.
You say the man look like Drake?
Lefty, you got the angry man syndrome today, man. You going in. You going in today, man.
Hey, look, he don't want to mess up his baby hair with the sweat. He just gonna put no effort.
Well, he didn't get a block. You got a key block last night, y'all. Y'all got to give him that. You got a key block last night.
No, he doesn't get that. I wasn't saying in the aspect of how Kev explained it. Yeah, it's not disrespectful, because if I'm a player and I'm playing against you and you just can't play no defense, of course I'm gonna dog you. I'm gonna be like, give me the ball.
You're gonna go at me, right?
Yes, sir. So I didn't mean it like it was disrespectful in that way. I know he should feel disrespected because of you dogging him, but hey, it is what it is. You don't play defense, you don't play defense.
Hey, Brandon is cracking me up today, dog. He said we just witnessed light skin on light skin crime.
Hey, Brendan. Only left-handed people my cousins. All light-skinned people ain't my cousins. I can go at him. I can definitely go at him.
Oh man.
And I'm light-skinned. He Drake colored. It's two different things. It's two different colors.
So we got about 5 minutes before we go to break, man. This is something I've been wanting to ask y'all for the last couple of weeks, man. The Birdman. Luka Doncic comparisons to Larry Joe Bird. And I said that man's whole government name because Larry Joe Bird was a bad, bad man. So, smoke and ash on these comparisons. I myself, I'm going to ask you right now because it's way, way too early. Ain't no way he should be compared to Bird right now. Shouldn't even be said in the same sentence. Okay? That's what I'm saying. I'm standing on it, so I'm going to ask that. So I'm going to go to KDL first. And remember, KDL, we got about 4 minutes, so don't go with 87 points.
Please let me get some of this. Please let me get some of this.
I'm gonna keep it short and simple. Once again, if I can ask this twice, I would. It's too early for Doncic. He's a bad boy. He looks like he's gonna be a bad boy barring injury. He looks like he's gonna be a bad boy, no doubt about it. But I grew up watching Larry Bird. Like, that was my era. That was a bad man. He ain't Larry Bird. So he's like, you know how you put a picture up? That dude ain't that dude. You know what I mean? So let's slow down. Let's slow down. Let's pump the brakes. He's a bad boy, barring injury, but he ain't no Larry Bird.
Lefty, come on. Because you finna have a heart attack. You finna have a stroke over there. So let's go.
You know what? I get sick of all you old heads, including myself. We don't never want to get a young boys no props. That boy, the comparison to Bird is legit. You know, he's not super athletic by no means. Neither was Bird, but his basketball IQ is through the roof. I mean, the man can pass, the man can shoot, the man can dribble. I mean, the comparisons to Bird is there. The eye test tells you that. We always get caught up in our feelings about, you know, our childhood, you know, people we watched in our childhood. Now, Doncic, the comparison is legit. I don't care what nobody say. That is a legit comparison. Watch his game. Watch his game. Slow, can't jump over a credit card, just like Bird couldn't. It's the same type game, but he outsmarts everyone. I mean, Bird was the exact same way, man. The exact same way.
I'm not talking about his basketball
Lefty.
IQ because he's a hell of a point guard.
Lefty, I think you are outnumbered because the fans are going with the Bird, man. But PG, I'm gonna let you bring it home, man. You got about a minute. Let's go.
Damani, as much as I hate it, I have to agree. First of all,
yes, sir. Yes, sir, PG.
Hold on. First of all, it's way too early, but it's just like when LeBron came into the league, the first thing they say, he's the next Jordan, he's the next Jordan, he's the next Jordan.
And that was ridiculous.
Right now, it was ridiculous, but look at it now. You can't say it's ridiculous.
He still ain't Jordan.
I ain't saying he's Jordan, brother, but he's the closest.
Facts, Kevo.
One of the closest things to him. When you look at Luka, man, if you go back and you look at some of the plays that Luka has done, and you wind back and you look at some of the plays Bird has done, this boy has the potential to be a great player, just like Bird was. It's way too early still, but he's a great passer. He's a great shooter. He has great ball control. He's beginning to come all around great floor general for that team. Dude, let's not take it from him. It's still too early, but he got a hell of an upside.
Well, see, I think what a lot of people tend to do is they look at someone's whole career, but look at Bird in year 2. In year 2, and Doncic in year 2. Like, you got to compare year to year. He's still young, but we get caught up in Bird's career. Yeah, he don't have no titles yet, no big time awards yet. But man, that boy Luka, I'm just talking about their games, just their games, not their accomplishments, their games. We get caught up in accomplishments. That style of ball, that's Larry Bird all day. He is the new era Larry Bird.
When the last time y'all seen Luka dive on the floor for a ball?
When Marquise was going to beat him up.
When did y'all see him constantly diving out of bounds, diving for loose balls, getting loose balls?
They ain't nothing to do with his game. We talking about this game.
We're talking about his game, right?
Offensively, their game does something similar.
But this was part of Larry Bird's game. This was separating them.
So if this would have been back in the day, KDL and Marquise, the Morris brothers was doing this, Larry Bird would have teed off on him.
Larry Bird would have stolen on Marquise Morris. We know that. Everybody knows.
He probably would have got whooped in the end, but he sure would have took that first lick and got him.
But you can't do that right now. You can't do that.
The Morris twins are nuts, number one. So I don't know, God bless them. But Larry Bird would have stolen. That's his number one.
You can't take it from that man. The man had an ankle injury. He came right back the very next game and scored 30-some points.
So
hear me out.
The man had a great upside.
Fellas, we having great discussions. Fans, we got to take a quick break so we pay the bills. So please stay with us because, man, you guys have been interacting today, man, and this turning out to be a very exciting and fun, dynamic show. So stay with us, man. We're about to go to break, but we're right back.
Refill my holy water.
Right.
I need to go find me a drink. Matter of fact, let me go find me a drink. Larry Bird. Come on.
right, we are back, man. We are back. So we're going to NBA news and notes now. When the smoke clears. And when I say when the smoke clears, Dad, KDL, you just decided to go strong, huh?
Right. Go find me one, man.
You really found one too.
Man, I had to pause.
Y'all say it's too early, yet we still gonna compare the two. That just didn't make sense to me. So I had to go find the drink. Carry on.
All right. So when the smoke clears, and I'm talking about the smoke that's going on in Milwaukee. The Greek Freak, where does he end up? I know he still is under contract and is not a free agent until 2022. Correct? 2022, he's a free agent.
Correct.
But this is 2 years. 2 years that he had playoff disappointments when they've been the number one team all year long. Either one or two, either way it goes. Now, rumor has it, he has deleted everybody on Instagram, his players, Twitter, all of that.
Wait, his team?
His teammates unfollowed the whole team. So
first of all,
he's either mad at them for the debacle with a loss in the second round, or this is what's to come. Now, also, the GM is in the background. He trying to work out some things, man, to get some players. Rumor is they want CP3 and some other individuals so that they can make a quality team to keep the Greek Freak there. I need to hear y'all thoughts.
Please, let's go.
Any, many, mighty, Mo, KDL.
First of all, deleting the teammates off Instagram is childish, if not just silly. So let's move on from that. I think Milwaukee is just simply not good enough to beat the teams in the East right now. They have players that's built around the Greek Freak, but the Greek Freak can't be your number one option. So I think Chris Paul would be perfect for Giannis. You can get rid of Bledsoe. They tripped getting rid of Brogdon. That showed this year. They missed him. But you can get rid of Bledsoe. You can bring in Chris Paul. Get rid of Robin Lopez or one of the Lopez at the back. You can revamp the team a little bit because you're not good enough to be. You're good enough to have good regular seasons, but in the playoffs, you just put a wall around Greek Freak and it's over. Chris Paul puts everybody in their position. He got at least 2 more years left in him. He'll be perfect for the Greek Freak. I don't think he should go nowhere, but if they don't bring in Chris Paul nowhere, next summer he's out of there. I don't think Milwaukee is going to trade him, but I think he's out of there if they don't improve this team.
Whoa.
Never.
Not.
Never.
Whoa.
Never. You got marketing. You got all big. What you gonna get rid of all the big men?
They'll send them west. They wouldn't send them east.
Yeah, he definitely ain't going in the same. No, that ain't gonna work.
So Jay Paul says word is here in Wisconsin, he is ready to move on from the Bucks. However, his little brother that plays for a school here and the owner of the Bucks helped bring him over from Greece. So he kind of owes them. But next summer, he is leaving. If the Bulls are smart, they put together a package to get him in Chicago where he is still close to his brother in Milwaukee. Makes a lot of sense. Won't happen, but makes a lot of sense. Lefty.
This is ridiculous. I mean, we're talking grown men who are unfollowing teammates. That's just, where's your public relations person? We need more PR. Come on, man. You don't even show your hand like that.
We've been saying it for months, man.
That's ridiculous. And how about this, Greek Freak? Cut up a 15-footer so people can't just clog the lane and shut you down. Wow. Like, why don't you look at yourself and try to get better over now? You want to move on from Milwaukee. Okay, now you ready to jump ship. Come on, man. Like you the MVP. People putting up damn near Shaq Wilt Chamberlain type ridiculous numbers every year. But I mean, it's simple. Get a little 15-footer so that you can't when they clog the lane. So how about you get better? How about you get better? But I do agree with Kev. CP3 would be great for him because number one, CP3 is not going to sit there and let his big ass dribble at the top of the key instead of getting down low. CP3 going to run the offense. He's a true point guard. I'm not the biggest Chris Paul fan, but he is a true point guard, and that's exactly what he needs. Now, Max Kellerman made a great point. When everybody started talking about Jordan and Pippen, when he was talking Giannis, he said Giannis needs a Kobe to his Shaq. Like Giannis is like Shaq. He needs a Kobe type guy to go with him. But you know what? Whether he wants to leave Milwaukee or not, to play your hand by showing this on by unfollowing your teammates, it seemed like he's gonna try to force a trade. Milwaukee not gonna give him up, not gonna let him walk for nothing. So he could be on the move. We'll see what happens. But that was childish, man. You're a grown ass man. Come on, man. Get a damn 15-footer. Do something.
So listening to what your comments and everything. Before I come to UPG, why is it that all the stars, it's a lot of the stars that we have talked about over the last few weeks in the NBA, we always say they need this alpha to get them over. You know what I'm saying? It is a lot of Robins out there in this league that we are courting, saying that they are the best player in the leagues and all that. We got a league, NBA league full of Robins. No Batmans. It's about a handful of Batmans and a bunch of Robins. I'm gonna let you go on that, PG, because I see my other two over there.
Yeah, let me get in on that.
They looking at because of my comments that I said. So
let me get in on that.
Let's go.
Well, Kevin actually, I knew if Kevin went before me, he's gonna steal my point. But CP3 would be a good addition to that team because, like Damani said, he's a true floor general. He puts everybody in that place where they need to be. They got a lot of pieces that they can move. They can move Black, so they don't need him. The Lopez brothers, it's about time for both of them, if not at least one of them, to retire. George Hill is on the side where you can do without George Hill too. When it comes to the Batman and Robins, Giannis would be a Batman, but like Damani said, you got to get a 16-footer, brother. You can't be shooting threes and driving to the hole, everything, because now you almost making yourself one-dimensional because they know what they're looking for. And for you to be that Batman, you got to have that all-around game. That's why a lot of the Robins are just glorified role players. He needs somebody else to step up and be able to do it. Chris Middleton is not that dude. They gave Chris Middleton that money. Chris Middleton is not that dude.
How come Giannis doesn't get on the block more?
Right.
Why is he always attempting to dribble from the top of the key all the way to the basket?
Right.
And
Exactly.
You 7 foot, bro.
Because his game is not a post game. It's predicated on him moving and slashing for the dunk.
Yeah, but every big needs a guard because these now I understand what you're saying about Robins, but it seems like everybody want to be the ball handler and everything. That's not his strength. He needs to be down there. There should not be one rebound. Like that dude should be averaging damn near 20 rebounds a game. Exactly. With them long arms and his athleticism. Come on, man. But instead, you stand at the top of the key, sitting back.
That's my point. And you not only are you at the top of the key, you bring the ball up, they put a wall, you Euro stepping if it works. If not, you get an offensive foul. Like, dude, get on the block, go, you limp, jump over people. They can't block your shot. And then you need a point guard, then it'll open up the lane for you. Right now, we can't put the offense through you because what happens in the playoffs, they just put a wall up.
Miami exposed that whole
Toronto did last year.
Miami exposed it. And that's it. When the first thing you do, you grab the ball down here on the defense end, you taking it straight down court, and you trying to create for other people by going through the middle.
When does the coach catch some flack though? When does Budenhauser catch some flack?
Now you're talking.
Now
when
you're
does
talking.
Budenhauser catch some flack for that?
Now you're talking.
Because they jumped all over Kid.
Right, exactly.
They did and kicked them out.
I mean, we didn't see some pretty decent coaches been fired. With the teams didn't have no expectation. Nate McMillan had 2 All-Stars injured and lost his job.
Right.
And in Budenhauser, 2 years in a row, you were number 1 or 2 seed, and you got out in the second round. So come on, man. If he was if he was black,
it goes back to that. It goes back.
Let's go back to it.
Let's go back. You make no adjustments to your offense whatsoever. Your offense is easy to figure out. Now
so we will definitely come back to this, Kev. We'll come back to this because we got to keep the show moving because we can go on this all day. But we're going to come back to this because the smoke ain't clear. It's foggy, misty, whatever you want to call it. It's smoky up there in Milwaukee. So we'll be coming back to that. But I did want to kind of rank some of the coaching vacancies that's out there. So let me know if you agree with this. I'm going to rank them. Number 1, most coveted job right now is the Pelicans. You got Zion and Ingram. Number 2, 76ers. You got Embiid and Simmons. Number 3, you got the Pacers. You got Oladipo, TJ Warren. You know,
don't leave Sabonis out.
And then you got Sabonis coming back from injury. You know, you got all right. Number 4, you got the Chicago Bulls. You got, I hate to say it, but you got Levine, and then you got marketing. Now, Oklahoma City comes in number 5. You got CP3, which they're not gonna keep him. You got Gallinari, and I gotta say, you gotta say Big Adams. You know what I'm saying? So tell me what you think. What you think about my rankings on the coaches, on coaching vacancies? Lefty, go first.
I would probably swap Philly and Indiana, strictly because Embiid is just lazy. Embiid's lazy, and Simmons is between injuries and him not improving his game. You definitely gotta switch them around. Indiana got some talent. Indiana definitely got some talent over there, man. If Oladipo can come back 100% next year, you get Sabonis, TJ Warren, man. They got a couple of assets over there. I really like that Pacers team. I don't know if they're championship material, but it's a good job. As far as, you know, everybody else I kind of agree with. I think OKC finna go in total rebuild mode. I can see them moving everybody. So they may grab somebody from the college ranks or something like that. But New Orleans is definitely the top job when you got Big Zion and Brandon Ingram over there.
PG.
I agree with Damani, but you know what? Me in my heart right now, I'm gonna push Chicago over Philly. I'm gonna move Philly down to number 4. I'm gonna move Indiana up, and I'm gonna move Chicago up to the 3rd. You got Levine, you got Mark, you got Kobe White. What's the center name? The big dude.
Wendell Carter.
You got Wendell Carter. The Bulls have young players. They have
some talent.
We kind of lost you, Pat.
That situation over there at Philly, man, that's gonna eventually get blowed up, and I'm gonna say it's gonna get blowed up over summer. Them dudes cannot work together, and be lazy. And Simmons do not want to learn how to shoot. And we already know OKC in the rebuild mode. That's one of the reasons why the coach left. He didn't want to be a part of that.
Let's go, KDL.
OKC is last because they're about to blow that up. Look for Adams, CP3, Gallinari. They all gonna be gone. So OKC is last. Now, y'all not gonna agree with this because I think they need to break them up too. However, I think they're gonna put Philadelphia. They're gonna look at that Philly job as the number 1 job. Reason being, even though we know they can't work together and it's simply not gonna work out, we've seen enough. I don't think Elton Brand is gonna trade him this year, which means people are going to look at that job and still have Embiid and Simmons on their mind. And I think that's going to be the number 1 coveted job. I will put number 2 as Zion because, they got Zion. Ingram is actually a free agent, but they're probably going to keep him. But you got Zion, but that's potential. That's not win now. If you look at Philly, some coach like Ty Lue or somebody may think, I got building blocks on Embiid and Simmons. They 2 all-stars. I'm ahead of the game rather than to develop Zion. I agree with y'all. Indiana got some talent, but can they beat the Bostons, the Torontos, the Milwaukees? Can they beat them in a series right now? No. Like, they're good. They won a lot of games, but in the playoffs, they're going to lose to the same teams right now. That's why I said it wasn't Nate McMillan's fault. You just ain't good enough. The Bulls, they got a lot of young talent, but they need a superstar. I don't consider Levine a superstar. They need a superstar player to go with the Marketans, the Kobe Whites, the Wendell Carters. Like, they need they need a superstar to take them over the hump. So I don't think it's going to be a coveted job because right now the Bulls got to clean their management up. That you got to clean this up. You got to let's see how the GM go or whatever and make it an attractive job again. It's not an attractive job right now, not because of players, because of the organization. Paxton and Garth Foreman, they was the laughing stock, bro. You got to clean it up for a minute. You got to turn it back going north so people can be attracted to it.
Okay, so, Kev, we ain't gonna let you just bash Chicago.
No, I'm not bashing. Man. I'm not bashing. I'm just saying.
I'm just saying. You seeing some bass in your voice as you start to talk.
Let me say this. Philly is coaching suicide. Philly is coaching suicide.
As long as you got Sedgwick and Embiid there, I'll agree.
Yeah, you're gonna get about 2 years, and you're gonna see that you can't get like some people are who they are. They not gonna work hard. That's why Jimmy Butler got out of there. Jimmy could have stayed in Philly.
Yeah, Jimmy Bell.
Jimmy got out of there, and he saw it. So they don't have a work ethic at the end of the day. So that's why I can't put that job at nowhere near the top because you go there, you'll be out of there in 2 years.
So Lefty,
you'll be out of there in 2 years.
You segue. You hit me with the segue because you brought up Jimmy. So we're about to go into the second round of the playoffs. Heat versus Bucks over. Heat closed them out 4-1. Now, I'm not surprised. You know why? Because I called it. I've been a Miami fan going into the playoffs and said they was going to do damage. Now, they defense, hard-nosed play, and they have such a fluid offense. They can score in all positions.
You didn't see 3-1, though. You didn't see 3-1.
Hey, I didn't see 3-1. But I saw them winning.
Okay, yeah, all right. I'm about to say, I'm saying you ain't see no 3-1.
Nah, if I saw
4-1.
If I saw 4-1, I'm playing some scratch offs and hitting the lottery.
Right, exactly. You should have went to Vegas. You saw 4-1.
Celtics Raptors. I myself and Pat said the Celtics would win. A lot of people thought we was crazy about that, but hey, you got the Nuggets and the Clippers. I mean, the Clippers are playing down to the Nuggets level.
Bad idea.
You know what I'm saying? And then you got the Lakers and Rockets. The Lakers come to play when they feel like it. You know what I'm saying? But I do like playoff Rondo. And I like the fact that James and AD, they starting to show their dominance. And plus, Houston, as a playoff team, they not built to win. Period. So let's talk about the playoffs, man. Let's talk about the playoffs. And KDL, I'm gonna let you go first.
I think the Boston Miami series is going to be very interesting because Miami is not short like Toronto's guards. Like Toronto's guards, Lowry and Van Fleet, Jason Tatum and Brown them just shot over. Well, you ain't gonna be able to shoot over Jimmy Butler. You're not gonna be able to shoot over Tyler Hero. You're not gonna be able to shoot over Dragic. You're not going to be able to shoot over Duncan Robinson. Plus, them boys can shoot. So the same, I was saying this to my man PG last night. The same scrappiness that Marcus Smart gives you, the entire Heat team gives you.
The entire team.
So it's going to be a figure out the stat. They kind of the same team, man, to be honest with you. Boston just has a couple more, stars, so to speak, scores. So we'll see how it goes. As far as the West, Denver G'd that game last night. Yeah, the Clippers took the foot off the gas, but Denver came back and G'd that game. They came back and took it last night. Now, we'll see what happens. The Clippers can mess around if they want to and let it go to Game 7 if they want to. Okay. Yeah, mess around if you want to. Denver just did this. 3-1. They just did this. So, we'll see. But my mind tells me the Clippers are going to close it out. But we'll see. That's up in the air. It's up in the air. As far as the Lakers and Rockets, series over. I've been watching the Lakers, and what the Lakers do is they almost, I'm not going to say they give away game one, but it's more of a filling out process. They make adjustments, and all of a sudden they get better as the series go on. As the series go on, the Lakers get better. Like they just take advantage of their advantages, which you'll say, well, why you just ain't do that in the first place, right? But they'll get better as the series go on. By the end of the series, you can't touch them. Now they running away with it. So I think that series is over. I think this is the end of the Rockets. I think Westbrook moves on. I think D'Antoni moves on. I think small ball is over. So this is the end of the Rockets as we see it. Just like I think this is the end of Toronto too. It's the end of Toronto, man. I think it's over with.
Lefty, I'm coming to you, but I will make one statement. Have you ever noticed Kenny the Jet Smith, man, when they are talking about Houston, he just cringes, man. It is driving him nuts. Go ahead, Lefty.
Well, yeah, man. He was a Rocket his whole career damn near. So yeah, he got some stake in that. As far as the other series, look, Miami. I know we all, Jimmy is the first name we bring up, but ain't nobody talking about my cousin Dragic. That boy balling, man. The little Lefty is balling. He playing, man. He been getting it on. And little Tyler Hero is becoming one of my favorite players to watch. That young boy got ice water in his veins, man. He ain't scared of the moment at all. So Miami is definitely a problem. As far as can they beat Boston, I don't know. I think it's going to be a great series. I see it going 7. I see Boston maybe pulling it out in 7. If Tatum just, instills his dominance, if he just come out there and dominate, then Boston should win that series. But Miami's going to be a tough out. Very surprised that they took Milwaukee down 4-1. Very surprised. But like I said, they've been playing what? They've been playing the best in the playoffs. What, they 8-1 or something like that?
8-1, baby.
They 8-1. So you got to give them their props, man. I think they definitely outplayed Toronto. They could have closed them out sooner. Shout out to Toronto for putting up a fight, taking the 7. But as far as other series, the Clippers, I think the Clippers may be looking ahead to the Lakers series. It's gonna happen. We're gonna get the battle of LA in the bubble. I mean, it's definitely gonna go down. So they may be looking ahead. Here's my advantage. I think the Lakers have though. The Lakers pretty much have like 3 coaches. As far as Vogel was a solid coach, but you got LeBron, then you put Rondo out there. I mean, it's a lot of leadership there. I think the Clippers lack a little leadership on the floor. I've never seen Kawhi as a leader. Like I don't see Kawhi as an actual leader, like getting guys in their right place. Kawhi just gonna take the ball and do what he do. And that's why I take the Lakers over the Clippers. But yeah, that showdown is definitely coming. I can't wait to see it. I think there's gonna be a great conference finals, both series. I can see both of them going 7.
PG.
Hey, let me ask y'all real quick. Does Jimmy guard Tatum?
It's gonna be a mixture. It's gonna be a mixture. The way they play defense, it's gonna be a mixture.
You got to mix it up. You don't want Jimmy getting in foul trouble. You need his offense.
Okay.
So I'm gonna start out west. The Clippers better put the pedal back to the floor, because if not, they're gonna mess around and they're gonna get took out, man. Denver gonna shock them boys, man. They better stop playing around with Denver like that, man. Denver hungry, and they see they scrappy, they hungry, man. But again, when it comes down to it, everybody's looking for LA battle. Clippers and the Lakers. I think when that series hit, I think that series is gonna go 7. The Heat and the Celtics, I believe this is gonna go 7. I believe the Celtics is gonna pull it out. It's gonna be a tough, scrappy series. And when Damani said Jason Tatum, I believe Jason Tatum's gonna be Jason Tatum. He's gonna do what he's gonna do. These series all depend on one player on the Celtics team. They go as far as Kemba go. Kemba has to score the ball. Kemba Walker has to score the ball. Toronto shut him down, man.
They did that boxing one on him. They did a boxing one.
After they did that boxing one, it was like it was shook. He didn't know what else to do. And then in the third and fourth quarter, he started coming along. Kemba has to be consistent from the start of the game all the way through the end of the game, because that throws them off the square. That gives them a chance to move faster, to play their offense fast. Boston wants to play fast, but they can't sometimes because they have to slow the ball down. I'm going with them in 7. You already know that.
Hey, I don't know who put up. Somebody put up Tyler Hero was Rex Chapman. Stop.
His brother.
Stop.
His brother.
Stop it.
His brother.
Stop it.
That's that's Damani's longtime boy. Hey, tell him he needs to start drinking, because he don't drink. He needs to start drinking.
Get this holy water up in.
If that's my man Tony, that's ridiculous. But hey, look, Pat, you are absolutely right. Kemba has to be the other scorer along with Tatum
And
because Brown is not a scorer like that. He's not a scorer like Tatum. He can score, he can hit shots. He's not a scorer like Tatum. Kemba has to be the other scorer along with Tatum because Tatum might not average 30 this season.
You know
So
what,
it has to be another.
So real quick, fellas, real quick. Who's in the finals? Lefty.
Celtics, Lakers in 6.
Pat.
I'll say Celtics, Lakers, and Damani might be right. I'll say 6 or 7.
KDL.
Heat, Lakers.
I am going to agree with KDL. Heat, Lakers, going 7.
What?
Now, they're going 7, Heat, Lakers, and that's going to come down to a flip of the coin. You heard it here first from Mr. Smokefella. So,
can you read again, before we move on, can you read again his last comment? What I tell you is going to happen, Ben? Read his comment.
Double or nothing.
No, sir. Run that. Let me enjoy that. Then we can bet when the series starts.
Hey,
gonna say that, Ben?
Hey, I think if Tatum is dominant in this series, I think Boston can run away with it.
I don't think he's gonna be dominant. The Heat play too much defense.
I mean, they do, but Tatum, like this, like when you get to this point, it comes down to your stars. It's gonna come down to the stars. Now, Jimmy could be that dude, but we know Jimmy is very consistent on the scoring side. And if he's guarding Tatum, they're gonna need somebody else to step up. And my cousin Drogeny doing his thing right now.
Your cousin.
That's my my kinfolk.
On that note,
all my kinfolk.
What scares me about him, he OC sometimes. That's what scares me about him.
But let's not forget the Celtics defense now. Celtics got some defense, brother.
No, they play D. Yeah, I give you that.
Fellas, we are going to be able to talk about this some more on the next episode next week because, man, it's going to start to heat up. Get it? Heat up. But we about to switch leagues now. We about to switch the leagues and go into NFL because, man, the NFL is back. The NFL is back, baby. So, Buck and Broncos, Von Miller, leg injury, could be out for the season. How does this affect the Broncos in the AFC West? Now, they was going to be from all the reports. We even said it back 2-3 episodes ago. They were going to be challenging for number 2 in AFC West. Where does that lead them at now?
That hurts. That's big.
Are they going to be the bad fish Marlins and just say they should just be like, forget it, not even show up? What you think, KDL?
I don't think they'll be terrible. That definitely hurts, though, because their defense is the reason why they've even been relevant for the last couple of years. It was going to come down to their quarterback and their receiving core anyway. They're young now. So it was really going to come down to the quarterback, dude from Missouri. It was really going to come down, Drew Lock. It was really going to come down to the offense anyway. It wasn't the defense. Now you lose a key cog on the defense. And you got to play the Chiefs. That's gonna be tough, man. That's gonna be tough. That hurts definitely.
Yeah, I don't know how many games as far as wins and losses it's gonna change for them. Von Miller's definitely big and he's a leader. He's the leader of their defense. But Fangio being a defensive coach, he's gonna scheme it too. I don't think the defense gonna fall off too much. But it does come down to Drew Lock. Where does he go this next year? Is he going to grow? Is he going to become better? That's what it's going. But I don't think it's going to change where they were going to end up in the AFC West. We had them battling for second. They still may battle the Chargers for second in the West. Well, the Raiders. They still may battle the Raiders for second in the West, but I don't think it's going to be too close.
Two horrible teams, but let you go, PG.
It's the same thing, man. They still going to be battling. Like they said, it depends on the offense. He does hurt their defense because he's their Urlacher that we used to have on the Bears defense. He makes everything click through that defense. I think they'll overcome that. Like Damani said, Fangio, he's a hellified defense. He's a hellified defense coordinator, so he's gonna come up with some kind of scheme and try to figure it out. I think the defense will still be a little solid, but it is a hit anytime you lose somebody like a Von Miller off your defense, that's taking a hit. That's like us losing Khalil Mack. We taking a hit.
Can I insert an argument I had? I just had an argument in our Born the Ball sports group about Von Miller or Khalil Mack. Who would you take? And why? I'm taking Mack all day. I think Mack's combination of speed and strength. I like Von Miller. I do. But Mack's speed, the combination of speed and strength that Mack got, man, I'm taking Khalil Mack all day.
Okay, and let me go next on that question, man. I'm going to go with Mack as well because I think Von needs a number 2. He needs a Robin to be effective. And Mack can be effective all by himself, drawing the triple teams, they scheming for him and all that. So I'm going to go with Mack. PG.
Same thing, Mack. He's on. We didn't seen him for the last couple of years. The man has been unstoppable. Only time he has a problem is when they double team and triple team, and that leaves somebody else open to take care of the business. So I would have to go with the strength and agility of Mack as well.
KDL.
Here it is. You can see it in his face. Cue it up.
To me, it's a toss-up.
Wow.
Von Miller, because Von Miller has proven every single year he's a bad boy.
Yeah,
he's a bad boy.
Facts.
So I know we caught up. Mack is in Chicago. I get it, right? Mack is a bad boy.
Nobody mentioned that, man. Nobody even mentioned that.
I ain't gonna disrespect Von Miller. Von Miller been a bad boy for a minute, and to me, Mack wasn't really dominant when Hicks went down last year. Just saying.
He still drew the triple. He had the double teams and triple teams, so nobody eat on the other side. But that's
Von Miller gets that. Von Miller gets that. So to me, it's a toss-up. I think I would look equally to that. I wouldn't choose one or the other. That's just me.
Of course you would.
Just saying, man. No, they both bad boys, man. They both bad boys.
That's neither here nor there, though.
So we're going to take another break. So fans, stay with us on that because we're about to get even deeper. Talk about the NFL Thursday night, and we're going to talk about Sunday's games and throw in a couple other tidbits. So stay with us. We're going to break, and we will be right back. Got to pay the bills. Let's go. All right, we back. We done paid the bills. The lights are still on. Making sure that we're gonna have heat in the building because it's starting to get cold. So we are back.
Man, listen here.
So Kev, I'm gonna come to you first on this one, my man, because I know you have been very critical of the Bears QB decision or not having a decision until late in the game. So Nagy makes the decision. Mitch will be week 1 starting QB. It's all or nothing for Mitch. It's all or nothing for Nagy. It's all or nothing for Pace. This is a do or die season for the Bears. Now, my question to the panel: how long is Mitch's rope? If it's a disaster, how many games do you let it play out? And Kev, I need you to be quick on this because you got 87 points, and I need you to only make 2 of them. Let's go, KDL.
The correct answer should have been 0. Mitch Trubisky should not be starting. You shouldn't start a dude that you know. Let me repeat that. That you know you're going to end up replacing, whether it's 1, 2, 3, 4 games. Why screw off games? It shouldn't be starting, man. You know why you brought Foles here, and you just said it yourself. It's a do or die year for Nagy and Pace. So you go with the best guy to put wins on the board, so y'all don't have to go nowhere. You don't start off 1-3 or something like that, right? And now you got to replace the dude when you knew he shouldn't have been starting in the first place. Stupid to me, but hey, that's the Bears.
PG-69.
Man, why you even let him say anything, man? Hey, we already
Facts,
know.
man.
There
Come on,
Ivan. Thank you, Ivan.
Come on, Ivan. I'm telling the truth, baby.
Every time you say something out of pocket, you getting the post.
Yeah, I agree. But he had to start Nagy. I mean, he had to start Mitch. Mitch was your starting QB until actually Mitch. We know Mitch has been. He's had horrible games. He made horrible decisions throughout his career. We get it. We got it. But at the same time, Mitch is still your starting quarterback. Barring injury, you bringing in somebody to replace him or a backup, he doesn't just lose his job like that, man. You have to start him, man. Plus, you went out on a limb and you moved up on a pick and you got him in the second pick. So they have to play the man. His leash I believe his leash should be short. I'll say he should get no more than 3 or 4 games because we in our division is tough. So in order for us to be competitive and try to make a run for this season, you have to keep him on a real short leash. So if Mitch gets out there about a 3rd or 4th game and we haven't won any games and we're down to the point where these throws to Lake Michigan start happening, you got to pull them. You got to go ahead and go with Foles and try to save the season and move on. That's
why screw off games in the first place then? And why start a quarterback that has a lease on?
Well,
you're making my point.
No.
So
you just made my point.
Mr. 5 o'clock, you just took a sip of your holy water. So I need you to bring this home and make some sense out of this. Let's go.
I think out of all due fairness to Foles, he never really had a chance with the COVID situation. No mini camp. He really didn't get a chance to bond with the players. Mitch has been there for a few years. He's been there with the Cody Whitehairs and the Allen Robinsons. These guys are used to him. And, when you come in on a new team, you got to take the job. And obviously, Foles didn't get out there and take the job. He had, from what all the reports I've been hearing, he had good days and he had bad days. So I said it on past shows, if it was close, you're going to go with Mitch. And I said it Thursday, and I'm going to constantly say it. I think Mitch is going to have a solid year. You went 12-4 with this dude 2 years ago. I mean, I always say with Mitch, I think he's not as good as his supporters, but he's not as bad as his detractors. I don't think I'm not giving him the Blake Bortles type.
No.
I'm not giving him that. Because he can make plays with his legs. Now, Mitch gonna have to take it upon himself, and some of it got to fall on Nagy too. Use the run game. You got to kind of make Mitch manage the game a little more. But Mitch can make plays, man. I'm not as down on Mitch as everybody else is. I think he'll hold on to the job, barring injury. I think he'll be the starter all year.
But you just said it. The coach don't trust him.
He made a good point. Damani made a good point. If you look back when Mitch had that 12-4 year, they was letting Mitch roll out. They let him get outside the pocket. They let him take off. The next year, what they do? They kept him in the pocket, and they was making him throw a lot.
Guess what,
more.
Fellas? Guess what? We will see Sunday, 12 o'clock.
Yeah.
Tune in, Kev. Tune in. So, over the last few weeks, there has been contracts to die for. You got DeAndre Hopkins, 2-year extension, $54 million. Deshaun Watson, talked about it, 4 years, $160. You got Jalen Ramsey, 5-year extension, $105. Highest paid defensive back ever. Stephon Gilmore, defensive player of the year. He got a raise from $10.5 million to $15.5 million, and he got $17.5 million in incentives. Any of these that you don't agree with, man? Lefty.
Nah, every contract deserving. Arizona, they got Kyler Murray on a rookie deal. They didn't give him a true number one receiver in D-Hop. Definitely, it was he deserved it. He definitely deserved it. I think Houston may have been in a position where they knew they had to pay Watson, and there's some other guys that they did want to keep. So I think that played a part. And even though Hopkins took a shot at them, when he got his contract extension, he took a little shot at him. But I can't disagree with any of those contracts. I'm questioning the Rams a little bit. I'm trying to figure out which way they're going because it looked like they were trying to clean up their cap situation. And now, you got a lot of money tied up in Aaron Donaldson and Jalen Ramsey. That's a lot of money, and Jared Goff. So that's a lot of your cap tied up, man. And their window is just about shut as far as being a contender in any way, shape, or form. So that's the only one I question a little bit. But Jalen Ramsey is that dude, lockdown corner. No bad signings at all.
KDL.
I don't disagree with none of them. I think they all good. Hopkins should have took a shot at Houston. He should have probably took a shot at Houston. He should have took a shot at the GM. That's what he should have done. As far as Gilmore, I'm gonna tell you why he got a raise. Because half the Pats defense opted out this year. Facts. So they gave him the raise because, bro, we finna use you all over the place. So we're gonna go ahead and pay you. We're gonna up your salary because we going through you this year. So that's why he got the raise, man. But you had to pay Hopkins. You had to pay Hopkins. I mean, Deshaun Watson. I'm sorry. You had to pay Deshaun Watson. He's your quarterback. Don't take care of him. Other than that, I don't blame him. Take the money. Other than that, they would have franchised you like they had your right. Might as well go and get paid. So take the money. I don't disagree with none of these, man. They all deserve it. Maybe the Rams overpaid. Maybe they'll ask somebody to restructure in a minute. To keep it going here. But we'll see. We'll see. But who do you ask Donaldson to reconstruct? Do you ask Goff the quarterback to reconstruct?
It'll be one of them. The next year too? It'll be one of them because they ain't had their contracts for a while. PG.
There you go.
Unlike Damani, I ain't well versed with salary cap and stuff like that. It don't make me no difference. But when you're an impact player on your team and you're a young black man and you're able to get this type of money, get it. I love it. The owner's been getting paid for years. It's about time they start paying these boys to play football. Get your money, young black man. That's all I got to tell you. Get your money.
And they're anticipating the cap going up every year too, though. So
right. So we talking about getting money. Let's talk about the Chiefs and the Texans. Week 1 recap from Thursday night. Team showed up. They was a little rusty. Texans 20, Chiefs 34. Mahomes, light night. He was 24 for 32 with 211 yards, 3 TDs. Now, the bright spot on that team, the Chiefs, is Clyde, the new rookie running back.
Man,
25 attempts, 138 yards and a TD in his first outing. Watson, he clearly missed D-Hop. He was 20 for 32, 253 yards, 1 TD, 1 interception. Now, the bright spot, wide receiver Will Fuller, he did okay, man. He had 8 receptions for 112 yards. What's your thoughts on Thursday night's game? Because we was all together watching it. PG, I'm gonna let you go first.
We all knew the Chiefs was gonna come in on that high coming off that Super Bowl, and we knew it was gonna be. We all picked the Chiefs. I was very surprised at the new running back though, man. That boy is a beast. He's gonna be something to reckon with in the years to come. The boy, he's physical, he's strong, and he runs hard. Watson, Fuller should have a breakout. He should have a really good year with D-Hop not being there, but you can just tell he missed D-Hop real bad.
Fuller ain't got them hands like D-Hop though.
Right. That first pass, man, Damani looked up like, man, he should have dropped that. He should have had that. It hit it right in the head. So it's gonna be a struggle for them in the wide receiver position this year.
Lefty.
Impressed with KC, even though the game was a little sloppy, and of course that's expected because of no preseason and everything that went on. But if the Chiefs, if that run game can stay the way it did Thursday night, the Chiefs are going to be they're going to be hard to deal with. I can definitely see them repeating if that happens. Look like the defense somewhat improved, but we got to remember the Texans' offensive line sucks. Completely sucks. Their O-line is terrible. Watson was running all night, and even the interception he had, he got hit on.
Pressure, yep.
He got hit on the interception. So I actually have Houston taking a step back this year. I think they're going to take a step back, not just because of D-Hop. I think they didn't improve the offensive line, and that's huge. You know, Johnson had a pretty good game for his debut with Houston, but we know he probably won't make it past game 6. So.
And Duke Johnson went down.
Yeah.
His backup.
Yeah, his backup went down. So, yeah, I don't impressed with the Chiefs. A little worried about Houston.
KDL.
Yep, Lucky took the words right out of my mouth. To me, it's the same Houston. Deshaun Watson is still running for his life. He does not have Hopkins to bail him out. Remember, Hopkins bailed him out on a lot of catches last year that boy went up and got. And it made Watson look good. But that boy got them hands. He went up and got a lot and bailed Watson out. He don't have that bailout this year.
That coach is gone. That coach is gone. You know that.
Man, hey, look.
Fuller, the coach and the GM, sure.
Fuller, J.J. Watt, along with Johnson, probably give them game 5, and then they won't be there anymore. You already know. That's just their history. So,
especially J.J. Watt.
Houston will take a step back. I think the Colts win that division this year, if not Tennessee. So, Houston does take a step back. As far as the Chiefs, I kind of saw what Andy Reid was doing. He was riding hot hand with the rookie from LSU. But I think he's trying to incorporate a little more run this year to take the pressure off Mahomes so he doesn't do everything and have to bail him out a lot. Like Mahomes is running around throwing stuff that, you won't think the quarterback would hit. He really didn't run it, but he ran the ball Thursday night a lot. So it's just, I think he's trying to take the load off Mahomes a little bit so Mahomes don't have to be Superman. They keep doing that. He got right in with him.
And the thing with the Chiefs is you can't put 8 in the box. So if Duke can keep running the ball like that, man, they're going to be hard to stop. And I didn't realize that the drives that the Chiefs had Thursday were the longest of Mahomes' career. Mahomes usually the big play guy.
He's usually throwing the ball.
Right.
Yeah, they were able to grind it out. So that's impressive.
Hey, give a shout out to Sly Cousin, man, because he's on the Chiefs team last year. He was the runner. He was starting running back. But he opted out because of the COVID, because he has a lot of family members who are dealing with issues. So he opted out. So, Sly, we shouting your cousin out for you today, bro.
That's the cousin that jumped in front of the athletic line in front of Sly when he went to the bathroom.
Yeah.
When they was giving out jeans.
He was actually an athlete, though.
Hey, Brenda said Houston is a shit show.
Definitely. Bill O'Brien will be done.
Right. Now, before we move on to our SmokeFellas game day picks for week 1, I want to say to the city of Kansas City, you all were clowns for booing when the players were out there linking arms. I want to give you the SmokeFella finger, the city of Kansas City. Maybe not all, but whoever was in the stands booing, I'm going to tell you right now, SmokeFella finger up to all of y'all. That was truly disrespectful, ignorant, and flat out dumb.
And you can't say it had anything to do with a flag or kneeling or none of that.
None of that.
So now what?
So how did y'all feel about Houston not coming out for the anthem? They stayed in the tunnel.
I was okay with it.
I was okay with it, but does that really take a statement? Because Miami is going to do the same thing. So does that take a stand, or that's just you don't know what we on? We just simply won't be a part of it.
Well, I think it's
which way can you look at it?
I think it takes a stand because they're not out there while they're singing the national anthem. So you don't want them to kneel for? Okay, no problem. we won't be in presence when y'all sing the national anthem. So we'll take our own stand a different way. You don't want us to kneel. We're going to stand in here while y'all sing it. So once y'all get through singing this crappy song we don't care about, we'll come out and take the field in.
Well, as
So
Lefty say, nobody knows the second verse.
Lift every voice. Nobody knows the second verse. Lift every voice.
And before we get to our picks, man, I want to, as you see on screen, it's a shout out to KDL, our brethren on the show What's Up Cuz that airs on Monday night at 6 o'clock.
Oh.
They will have Napoleon Harris, Melvin Eli, representing Thornton and Thornridge. So Townsend Noah and Reginald Hayward to rep Thornridge.
All right. I'll see y'all.
All the what is that? The Sika out there, Kev?
Cigars, baby. Cigars, baby.
So all the fans, y'all tune in for our brother show. Our brother show, man. It should be nice.
Those are all my guys, and Melvin Eli is a world champ, by the way.
All right, so Ivan, if you can go ahead and put up our Smokefella week 1 picks to see where we at. Sly Dog is not on the show today. He had to work, so he's not present. But we do have his picks. Now the thing is with the Smokefella picks, we will keep a running tab. Now the winner at the end of the season, who has the best records, receives sticks from the other 4 individuals. So I am gladly going to collect and smoke good on my brothers.
You will not.
So as we see, we are pretty much kind of the same on some of the picks. There are some picks out here that I would kind of challenge, but it is what it is. But we will clearly post this every week. Now, fellas, as you look at the picks up there, what are your thoughts? What's the game? What's your game of the week? KDL, what's your game of the week, bro?
Game of the week is Tampa Bay and New Orleans. Tampa Bay, who I think is going to get better as the year goes on. I do not think they're going to get off to a hot start like everybody thinks because they didn't have a preseason. So that team has to come together. Brady has to get, good with his receivers and everything. You got to figure out how you're going to use Fournette. And I think they'll come together and they'll be better as the year goes on. But this is the team they got to beat in the division, New Orleans. And it's at New Orleans. New Orleans has to show, hey, we the big dogs. We just came up short. Y'all ain't finna come in and take off nothing.
Now, KDL, you do understand this is not going to be your typical New Orleans Superdome. You ain't gonna have that crowd noise like you normally would. But
I agree.
I do like your selection as that being one of the games of the week. Lefty, what's your game of the week?
You know what? I'm gonna go with 2 of them. Again, you got to go New Orleans and Tampa Bay. We all want to see what Brady's gonna do on a new team, the new system under Arians. I mean, you got to. But I'm really watching this Cowboys versus Rams. I'm really watching that because every year the damn Cowboys are the most overhyped team in the NFL. Every year, every single year. Some people talking about them as Super Bowl contenders. I can't see that. This is a team coming off they missed the playoffs last year. I don't understand why they so overhyped every year. But I do want to see I want to see CeeDee Lamb. I want to see how that offense is going to look. I want to see how Dak going to come out, especially with him playing for that, he playing for that bread. He playing for that big contract. Other than that, the other games are I think they were pretty easy picks. I'm also interested in I want to see New England and Miami too. I want to see how Cam's going to look. But that Cowboys-Rams game Sunday night, I'm watching close. Very close.
PG.
I had to go with them too. I would say that first game with Brady.
Pat, you have a technical.
Lost your audio, Pat.
I'm back. Yeah. I'm back. Somebody was calling me. I should have known better. I want to go and see how Brady comes out in this first game. But I'm not staying out of division, man. I like to see how the division starts off, and I really want to see how the Packers and Vikings go against each other on this very first game. We already know Aaron Rodgers is coming out with an attitude, so I want to see how that offense goes up against the Vikings defense.
Okay.
Hey, y'all want to know a sneaky game?
Please don't
Which
say
one?
the Giants.
No, I'm not gonna say the Giants, even though that's my squad. I'm looking forward to seeing them.
Which one you talking about?
49ers and Cardinals. The
Yeah.
new Arizona
Yeah.
Cardinals
Yeah, I want to see that
going
too.
against the 49ers. That's gonna be a sneaky game. I think Arizona gonna win a couple more games this year. That division is loaded though, so they won't get out of it. But dude, Arizona is gonna be better than what people think this year. You still got Seattle, and you still got San Francisco and the Rams. That's gonna be a loaded division. That's a sneaky game. I really want to see that too, to be honest.
And I got a bold prediction. The Vikings will take a step back this year.
Like they did last year?
They will take a step back this year.
Like they did last year?
Why? Because Diggs gone?
Because Diggs gone.
You know what? Because of Kirk Cousins. Period. I'll leave it right there. They're going to take a step back.
My game of the week.
Wow.
It's going to surprise y'all. My game of the week is the Steelers versus Giants for 2 reasons. One, I want to see what Big Ben look like when he comes back. Is he going to come back as the Big Ben that we know? That's my one point. And then my second point is they playing the damn Giants. So,
Here we go. Here we go.
You got to understand how they play is going to depict the stuff that we talk about and the pictures we post next week about your squad. You do understand that, right?
Okay, watch this. Give me some games together where Daniel Jones, Saquon Barkley, Shepard, and Ingram all play together for multiple games. Please give me that, and you judge it. Matter of fact, all 3 of y'all judge it, and you tell me how they look together healthy.
Well, KDL, you just came back from Vegas, right?
I did.
You know what you just said is like rolling dice on a crap table because they ain't never all played.
That's what I'm trying to tell you.
So to be heard by the 3rd game.
That's what I'm trying to tell you. So if they're healthy for multiple games, let's see the outcome. I'm not saying they're going to win a division, but let's see if those 4 stay together healthy. Let's see how they look. That's all I'm going to say.
You know what, Kev? I will say, I don't think the Giants are going to be that's not a lay down game this year. Like you said, if they're healthy, I think they're going to be competitive. I don't know if they're going to, how many games they're going to win or pull out, but I think they're going to be competitive, man, if they're healthy. That's a good team. I mean, they got some talent over there.
If those 4 are healthy, that's all I'm saying.
Yeah, they're going to be competitive. They ain't going to be no run over.
No, they're going to be 5. They're going to be 5 and 11.
What y'all think about man seeing Cam's debut with New England? Man.
Yeah, I want to see Cam's.
That's
now,
huge,
fellas. Normally we don't call upon Ivan to chime in, but Ivan, you in the background. What's your game of the week?
Oh, can y'all hear me?
We hear you, Ivan.
Yeah.
Everybody, this is our producer, Ivan. He's going to give us his game of the week, Going to get him involved a little bit, you know what I'm saying? I know I caught him off guard, but
you had me because I was paying attention. I like what Lefty was saying about the Cowboys and the Rams. Just because it's always Cowboys. I'm kind of rooting for him now that I know about. I heard y'all mentioned about Dak. I'm kind of rooting for Dak. You know what I'm saying? It's not so much the Cowboys, but I'm kind of rooting for Dak. So I kind of want to see that one. But my game of the week is Bears Lions. Bears Lions, simple.
My man.
Yes, sir.
My man.
Like we're about to watch everything that Ryan Pace has put together. Like this is it. For me, this is it for Ryan Pace. Like if you don't have this guy, if this guy didn't decide to flip the script and be the man that for some reason or another, whatever reason you decided to draft him, if he doesn't decide to be that guy, man, I'm talking about short leash with in a half. I'm talking about in a half drive, like bring him out. Like, there's no time to play. There's no time to play with this because it's Ryan Pace. We've seen enough. Ryan Pace. Like either he's going to be the guy you said he was going to be, or you have made a epic mistake and you lost your job.
Yep.
I agree with you.
Too many first round busts. Kevin White, Leonard Floyd, Adam Shaheen, second round.
He lied about what he said. It goes like this. He goes when he first came in. He's talking about draft the best player available. We're gonna draft a quarterback every year, and he did none of that. And he did none of that.
Right.
Nothing. So why do I trust Ryan Pace again?
Come on.
You know,
That mutual.
again after this year, like, yeah, they didn't pick up Mitch Trubisky's option. Okay, whatever. I can guarantee you, if you let Ryan Pace continue on this path, Mitch Trubisky will be here for another 2 years because he'll try to drag it out, and then the Bears will fire him. That's how the Bears do. They let things that shouldn't be because they either like a person as a person or what have you. They let it drag out to their detriment. It's classic Bears. If Mitch isn't the guy, both of them got to go. I could deal with Nagy. I could deal with Nagy because it wasn't his guy. It's not his person. Like, it's not. These aren't his players. Like, some of them aren't his players. But Ryan Pace, the decision making, it's been trash.
But don't you think Nagy deserves a chance to draft his quarterback, though?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
He deserves a chance.
Okay. I think he deserves a chance. But Ryan Pace, this is a job-defining season for him. These guys they have to make the playoffs. They better make the playoffs if this man want to keep his job.
Yeah.
So Ivan, that's my point. People think I be hating, but that's my point. Why are you starting a guy that you've seen for the last? No, I'm not. You've seen for the last 3 years. Your job is on the line, just like you said, Ivan. You got to win, right?
Right.
You know you're gonna pull this dude. 1, 2, 3, 4 games. You know you're gonna pull him. So why start?
But you also talking about a starting quarterback that has a winning record over the last 2 years too. Regardless, I know he hasn't been great. He's had moments. Like Mitch has had moments.
He's had moments.
He's had moments.
He's won because of his defense.
But this is what I'm saying.
That's just like Jimmy Garoppolo down there. He has moments, but the defense still plays and balls out. So you can't just say that, Kev. You got to look at the whole picture. You got to look at the whole picture.
They already gave him his money. They already gave him his money, so it's different.
The thing is that Ryan Pace can't allow it. He's the number 2 overall pick. He's the number 2, whether he deserved it or not. And it's not Mitch's fault. It's not Mitch's fault. We'll be looking at it a lot different. If Mitch Trubisky was drafted in the 3rd round, we would look at Mitch totally different.
Completely.
Totally different. I agree.
He was drafted number 2 overall. You taxed some of your draft picks. You screwed that up. You've been screwing up. You finally next year will have a 1st round pick. I feel like it's been a decade since we had a 1st round pick. I don't know whether that's a good thing or not because he can't draft in the 1st round.
Yeah, the 1st round is bad.
You're right.
I want to say this. I want to say this to all the Humidor Sports Podcast fans. We got a hellified producer. Brought him on the show. He knows sports, man. So show him some love, my man.
Big up, man.
My man. Yes, sir.
Oh yeah, love.
So each week we'll have the picks, discussions about it. We're gonna get even more in depth as the season goes on, and this show will really turn into NFL. But we got about 8 minutes left of the show. Now, for my Smokefella brothers that's out there that are in the Cigars and Fantasy Football League, each week we're gonna show the stats. We are gonna show the stats. So, Ivan, can you put that pit? Here we go. So, this is the Smokefella League. There are 10 teams. We don't do money. We do cigars. So everyone is putting up 4 cigars. So that's 40 sticks to the winners and a trophy. So we got 2 leagues, Robusto North and Maduro South. So each week for all my participants in this league, at the end of the show, we will show the running total of stats and keep it moving.
Hey, Ben, don't take this first week ass whooping personal. I don't want you to
it's Mr. Smokefella versus Lucky left hand.
Don't take it personal.
It ain't personal.
You're still my boy. You're my boy.
Hey, who came in last year? That's what
the South League. The South League is like the West in the NBA.
Wow. What, they play no defense?
Whoa.
We got powerhouses, baby.
It sounds good. It sounds good, but PG-13 asked the question, who came in last year?
I did.
I remember.
But every year in the NFL, it's a worst to first, right? It's a worst to first. I said it right here before week 1. worse the first.
Well,
So y'all run around running your mouth, talking crazy and all that. I'm gonna sit back, do my thing. I'm gonna keep letting it be 5 o'clock somewhere while I'm whooping y'all ass all
Well, you can start that in week 2 because it ain't gonna happen in week 1, baby.
I'm gonna drink some holy water with you after tomorrow, after that ass whooping. Well, Monday, when we done Monday. We'll toast to it.
Yeah, we'll toast to my victories.
Sound like Mr. Smokefella got some animosity against you, Lucky.
Oh yeah. I do, but
I'll see y'all down the road. I don't play any of y'all this week. I will see y'all down the road. Holla back. I would have been in the championship had Michael Thomas not snapped off and Drew Brees started doing records on the last Monday night game of the year. But that's neither here nor there.
Woulda, coulda, shoulda.
Well, guess what? It sucks to be Kevin Lauder.
Hey, shout out to all the fellas, man. Gandy, all y'all, Gandy, Sly, y'all. It's gonna be
shout out to the fellas, man.
It's gonna be a fun year. It's gonna be a fun year.
Right. And you know what? Show is getting ready to end, so I'll let you guys give your parting shots, man, so that we don't run over our time. It's been a wonderful show. So PG 69, parting shots.
Again, thank everybody for tuning in and watching us as we go along this ride. We have so much fun doing the background that y'all never see. I want to send a special prayer out to the people in California dealing with them wildfires, bro. I was watching that today. Man, it's been over 10,000 acres burned because of wildfires. And some of these pictures they've been showing, it look like something out of the movies where the whole town is just decimated. It's just nothing but ash. So I want to send a special prayer out to those people, man. It'll be all right. It'll be all right.
Lefty.
Yeah, first of all, I appreciate that, Pat. My brother's out in Portland, man. Some of his people had to evacuate as well because Portland's being infected as well by the fires and everything. So prayers to you guys. Let's not get off the movement. Let's not lose focus.
That's right.
It's still real out here, man. We still need to bring Breonna Taylor's killers to justice. We still waiting to see what's going to happen with George Floyd's killer. There's a lot of things still going on out here, man. And as far as and even right here in our home in Chicago, man, we got to do better, y'all. We got to do better. Too much shooting, too much killing. We definitely got to do better. And last but not least, I'm inviting everybody out there. If y'all want to get on here and talk crazy with us, come on down. And it's an open invitation to anybody want to get on here and talk crazy. Happy birthday to my boy Joe Doherty, man. Appreciate you, bro. Joe gonna be on the show soon too. That's Chicago hoops legend.
KDL.
I forgot today is Doherty's birthday. Hey, shout out to Doherty. Happy birthday, bro. Appreciate everybody watching, man. Appreciate y'all following along on this train ride every Saturday. Appreciate everybody who checks us out, shares the show, comments, all that. Appreciate it. I want to encourage everybody to vote. And whether anybody wants to do the mail-in ballot, whether you're going to show up in person to vote, just please vote. I don't want to get political. Hey, man, vote for who you want. But the idiot that's in office right now needs to be removed. And it can only happen by us voting. So if you have not registered to vote, please vote. Please help change the country, man. There's too much violence, man. There's too much bitterness. There's too much racism. There's too much division. And it's my opinion, but we all know who's leading that train, who's steering that engine. So come on, man. Please vote. Shout out again to everybody that's watching. Shout out to the fellas. Y'all take it easy.
I got one more thing to say, man. To all our listeners who actually follow us on football during the football season, y'all know we do a lot of moving around from place to place. Unfortunately, due to this COVID, we probably won't be doing our regular football parties as we normally have. Excuse me. But if you follow us, we're going to be moving around, and we will let you know where we'll be at. So please come on out and watch football games with us. We still going to do it like we do it all football season, folks. Smokefella style, we're going to get it in as usual.
Right.
Hey, and shout out to Sweets on our Double Up Thursday. Repeat champs, baby. Get that. I got money.
Drink should be on you. Drink should be on you.
I got that.
For real.
I got a bottle of MD 2020 for y'all tomorrow.
No, thank you.
So I'll piggyback off Kev about the getting out and voting, man. Please get out and vote. That's the one thing that I have been preaching at the end of every show. Get out and vote. To our fans, we appreciate everything that you all, you guys coming out to our smoke parties for the football season, everything that we do, chiming into the show with your comments, man, because y'all keep it hilarious for us and give us a lot more to go off on. Now, I will say, if you guys got topics, things that you all want to discuss or see talked about the show regarding sports, hit us up at SmokeFellas2015@gmail.com. Download the SportsZone Chicago app so you can watch our past episodes, our brothers and sisters that's on the show, so that we can keep this train moving. And I will piggyback on Lucky Lefty. If you think that you can hang with the fellas, come on the show, man. Hit us at our email and you can come on the show, talk sports with us, and we can get it in. It has been a wonderful show, and I appreciate Brendan down in the ATL, Zach.
Brendan, what up, bro?
What up, B?
Exactly. I got money. Everybody that chimed in. Jerome,
Candy
Gandy, our resident DJ for the SmokeFellas, man. Everybody that chimed in with your comments, man, and showed us love today, man. We appreciate you. We love you, and we will be back next week, Saturday, 12 o'clock, and we going in NFL news and notes.
And Steve Nash can go to hell again.
And one more time,
hey, man,
give it up to our producer, that brother Ivan. He had those pictures ready to be queued up today, baby. I can't wait till you queue them up next week.
And remember, the SmokeFella finger went up to Skip Bayless.
Oh, definitely. I got one more comment on Giannis before we get out of here. Whatever you do, if you decide to walk into free agency and you pull the Kevin Durant and walk over to the Miami Heat, who you just lost to, we are going in on this show, buddy.
Yes, we are.
Don't you forget that.
All right, man. Peace out, man. Smoke in the air, man.
Peace.
Peace, fellas. Much love.